Jeez! Stop singing random notes! God!
Oh, come on! You guys are making more racket than I am.
I am?
Yeah, the constant switch of your pencil. Now that's annoying.
His pencil?
Use a pen. It's quieter. Join the 1970s for crying out loud, Casey.
The 1970s.
It's 1970, genius. Nobody uses pencils anymore.
They don't?
No, they use technology. Ever heard of a typewriter? Or at least a pen?
I make way too many mistakes. I need an eraser.
So what are you writing anyway, Shakespeare?
He's aiming for Thoreau. He's cataloging all the flora and fauna of Little Meadow.
Cataloging the what? Let's see, hey! The farmhouse we live in and the surrounding meadows and woodlands were first called Little Meadow by the family that settled upon the bank of the northern Chestnut River.
It's private.
Private, my ass. This used to be a working farmhouse, but now it is what it used to be. A meadow.
I'd like to know about where I live. That's all. Where we live. Here. Let me see. Okay. Hairball Phil and I moved to Little Meadow earlier this summer. Charlie and Helen live in a little Tudor house on the other side.
Wait. Helen and Charlie's house only has 2 doors?
Tudor, Einstein, not two-door like a car. It's an architectural style.
Be quiet, Jimi Hendrix.
Anyway, the meadow is filled with plants and flowers. I'm learning some of their names, like bachelor's button and fireweed.
Wait, fireweed? Now we're talking.
Fireweed's a plant, hairball. Besides, we all agreed, no dope in the house. Cousin knows a guy in Texas who got a 40-year sentence over a dime bag.
Oh, no, Casey's nature guy. Are you still writing that song, Little Girl Sad? Still mooning over Rachel?
You know that's over with. She dumped me for a jock.
Yeah, that figures. At least maybe now you'll stop singing that song.
Hey, it's helping me heal.
Well, then heal the headache it gives me.
Ease up, hairball.
I'm sorry, Phil. You know I'm just kidding.
I know, man. I just need to move on.
Where are you moving to? New York? Like Dylan? I want to go. We can rent an apartment on positively 4th Street.
Hairball?
What?
What do you think the name of the street is that Dylan's singing about?
Positively 4th Street. Only in New York.
Only in New York what?
Only in New York City would they start a street name with the word positively. And that's why I want to go. It's a positive city. I'm a positive guy.
Hairball, that's... Hi, Charlie. Oh. Helen!
Helen, what's shaking?
Charlie and I thought you could use some cookies.
Ooh.
Yeah, Helen makes the best chocolate chip cookies in the world, but this time she just made too many.
Whoa, Hairball. Looks like somebody has the munchies. Sure.
Sorry.
It's okay, Hairball. I can make more. Besides, we wanted to show you my diamond ring.
You're engaged? Congratulations!
They've been married for a year, Hairball. Remember? You were one of the grooms.
So that's what that was. Oh, yeah.
Anyways, I saved up and I finally got Helen her ring.
Come see.
I can't see anything.
Squint, Hairball, squint! It's really beautiful, Helen.
Thank you. I think it's perfect. Oh, look at this. Come look at the sunset, all of you. The colors of the sunset are the most beautiful of any in the day. I think the sunset is the sun's way of making everything it lights become beautiful. This way, the animals and plants of the world will love it and welcome it back the next morning. The sun needs to be loved. That's why it exists.
You know, we should get going.
Yes, but let's end this with a prayer to the sun.
Wait, sun worship? I'm not going to hell, am I?
Quite possibly, but not for this.
Dear son, I have a request. I know you're busy, making things beautiful and giving life and making things grow. But maybe you could put in a good word to whomever makes things happen. There's a war on. My husband already got through his draft day, but these 3 others, I don't want to see any of them. They're all good souls. We need them here. Please keep them safe. And please help bring peace to the world. That's all I ask. Well, good night, boys.
See you, young bloods.
Good night, young lovers, wherever you are going. Nice night.
I'll tell you what right now. That draft lottery is going to get one of us. One of us is going over to that hellhole before it's over. I can feel it.
It's not gonna be me. I'll tell those army boys I'm gay. Then
No.
they don't take you.
No. Gay's illegal. And it'll be on your permanent record.
That's permanent too.
Well, how would you even know what to say? I mean, it's not like we know anyone who's gay.
You have a gay friend, Hairball. We all do.
What? Who?
You remember that gay liberation group that marched at Blossom Festival last year?
Yeah, so?
The gay pride float. You remember that guy with the beard who's waving around all the beads and candy? That was Gilbert Blakely, graduated in '68.
Huh. What do you know? Oh, Gilbert. Oh, he's nice enough. So what, he didn't get drafted?
I don't know, but he did. Same draft lottery as Charlie, actually, but he got a lower number. So he went in for his physical, but got rejected. Army calls it a psychiatric disorder.
But he's completely normal. He's nice to everyone, he's funny, Let me get this straight. So the people, they want Gilbert to go kill people, call him disorder.
Exactly! You know what? I'm not telling him anything. I'm not going. Screw Nixon, screw this war.
I think it may be me that gets drafted.
So what will you do?
What do you mean?
What will you do if you get drafted, Casey?
I don't know. Try for conscientious objector, maybe. Or I'll go to Canada. Maybe I'll even end up in Nam.
What? How could you go? You'd be a hypocrite if you went, Casey. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard you say. And I've heard you say some incredibly stupid things. You know what else? You'd be a chicken if you went.
Oh, that's a switch anyways.
Meaning what?
Meaning, people say a guy's a chicken if they don't go to Nam. Now you're saying Casey's a chicken if he does go. If he doesn't dodge the draft.
Look here, bro. Casey here raised hell the last 2 years of high school. All right, my man Casey here almost got us kicked out of school when he called for a strike on Motory Day.
Moratorium Day. But go on.
As I was saying, Casey had us write poems and crap for his underground newspaper, or he was Mr. Protester. He can't go to Nam. It would be like everything he ever said was a lie. You should go to jail before you go to Nam, Casey. Or at least Canada.
I'm just being honest. I think I'm getting drafted. I don't know why.
Well, I guess that would make sense in a way. Cosmic retribution.
Cosmic? No. Karmic. Karmic retribution.
Karmic, who cares? My point is that Casey's going to get his effects, whatever it may be, good or bad, for the cause that he started to stop the war. Aid and comfort to the enemy. You ever think of that?
Did you guys see Charlie and Helen tonight? God, it was like the light shined down from heaven on the both of them.
Oh, I love Helen.
We all love Helen, man. You know what she reminds me of? Ally McGraw.
What? Oh, wait, man. Catherine Ross, like in The Graduate.
Maybe Helen sets her own standard. You ever think of that, fellas?
Helen sets her own standards. I like that.
Charlie's gotta have good karma or something. I mean, for him to find his true love this early, it's just...
Phil, how is that good karma? He met her and they fell in love. He just got lucky. Isn't that right, Hairball?
Damn straight, bro. Oh!
God. Oh, you are a mess, man. But at least you're a funny cat. Hope you don't get your big old hairball shot off in Nam.
Yeah, you too, man. Go get your, whatever.
But I almost did hairball. Last May 4th. Green. Kent. Barely 4 months ago. Why was I so lucky? Huh? I mean, the 4 who got killed, God, they weren't lucky. Including my friend, standing right next to me. You know, 1 second he's alive, the next second he's... Careful, Casey. I don't want to see any more death. Okay, I don't want to hear bullets flying by. I see a bullet entering a body or Sorry. 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 I can't get it out of my head. Can't get it out of my head. I'm gonna go to bed.
Later in sports, on the 11 o'clock Channel 5 News, we'll talk to Browns quarterback Bill Nelson, who is listed as doubtful to start against the New York Giants due to a bad knee.
What? Nelson's not starting. That's bogus, man. The Giants will kill the Browns, won't they, Casey?
Meanwhile, these stories are coming up. There was a fire on West 85th Street, and in Vietnam, 15 soldiers were killed in mine and booby trap explosions. One soldier, Gary Jankowski, was from Chestnut Falls, outside of Cleveland.
Gary Jankowski. He threw the football with me one day. He was captain of the baseball team, on the basketball team. The day we threw the football, he said I had good hands and that I should go out for the varsity team when I got old enough.
So, he's dead now.
The only thing I ever knew about Gary Jankowski is that he was just an upperclassman who took a few moments to be nice to some kid he didn't even know.
Jenny, I cannot believe you come to this place. It's kind of, what's the word your dad uses when he forbade you from setting foot in here?
Divey?
That's it. Divey. Wait, does that mean I'm in a dive bar?
Do you want to be in a dive bar?
Absolutely. My mother would kill me.
Well, good, because we're in a dive bar.
A toast to dive bars.
To Whirlies.
You girls ready for a refill? Because there's plenty of orange pop and ginger ale. You've had your 1-3-2 beer and that's all you get to your 21.
Bummer.
Major bummer. Daddy's Country Club lets me drink mimosas and Bloody Marys and I forget the other one.
Gin and tonic with a twist of lime.
How'd you know?
You're from Hunting Valley, right?
Yes.
Call it a lucky guess.
Well, can't you make an exception just this once?
I assume you'll bail me out of jail and pay for the lawyer to get my liquor license back?
No probs! Okay, we get it. But like she said, can't you make an exception and bring us another round of your finest 3-2 strokes?
All right, one more bottle each.
What do we owe you? 4 beers, right?
That's $3.40 for the baby beers, ladies.
I got this. You paid last time, Jenny.
Baby beers. There you go, dear.
Thank you. Here's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep the change, Ernestine.
Wow! I can retire! Hey, Johnny, we got an extra 60 cents to blow. Where you want to go? My treat.
Well, I already been to Nam, Cambodia, Thailand. So how about nowhere near there? You know what? We should go to Disneyland. I always wanted to go to California. I mean, I can't ride no rides, but I wouldn't mind seeing Mickey, Donald, and Goofy.
Ernestine. Hi.
Well, speak of the devil. Johnny, you must be clairvoyant. How you doing, boys? How's things at Little Meadow?
Good.
You accidentally burned the farmhouse down yet, Hairball?
Hey, Ernestine, how's our favorite Republican doing?
Wait, Ernestine's a Republican?
Republican, it means,
Barmaid, Hairball. That's just Mr. Fancy Pants, future politician being smart. Seth, when are you gonna run for Congress and put an end to this draft lottery, Charlie?
Did I miss the draft lottery? Did I get drafted?
No, Hairball. Yours and Phil's and Casey's is coming up. My lottery was last December when they drafted 2 out of 3 guys, but you know, I got lucky.
2 in 3 chance? That stinks.
Oh, your odds are better. 1 in 3. Hey, even if you get drafted, you could be stationed in Germany or Hawaii.
Don't be naive, Brother Charlie. Ain't nobody gonna be eating strudels or sipping Mai Tais. Nah, everyone on that lottery list is gonna be up to their eyes and ba moi ba.
Bob Boy, what?
Ba moi ba. It's a Vietnamese beer. You know, it ain't so bad either. You get used to their own brew. They got these little bottles that go down all fast like...
I'm not getting used to little bottles or big guns or anything else. I gotta find a bar that actually believe my fake ID. And give me some Kentucky bourbon.
Careful, Hairball! You don't need a drunk driving on your record.
How I know? If you give me that
Let it be, Ernestine. He's acting like a damn fool. That'll get you in as fast as you like. You know, the man loves scooping up petty criminals and shipping them off to Nam instead of jail.
Hi, is it okay if I sit with you two? It's just getting a little too much over there for me.
What do you think, Wendy? Should we let Phil sit here? After all, none of these guys have given us the time of day since we graduated last June. Say, Phil, shouldn't you be working on your music? You know, to win back Rachel?
How did you know about... You know what? That's ancient history. Gee, Wendy, I've never really seen you outside of school. Do you like music?
Hey, you. The drummer that lives with Phil and Hairball, right?
That's me, and, you're Jennifer Trembled.
You know my name.
I've known your name for a little over 4 years.
How come you never asked me out?
Okay, it's motel time. I'm closing up early. You kids, take it somewhere else.
I figured you were above my pay grade. So.
Hey, great. Should I be offended?
No, that's just something my papa always says. He was in the Army Air Corps. It means when something or someone is up.
So, tell me about this infamous farmhouse of yours.
Not mine. I rent it with a...
Phil and Hairball, I know. And, neither of them are home at the moment. Phil and Wendy are off in Never Never Land.
Seems like it.
And Hairball's who knows where, drowning his sorrows. And as for you, now, tell me if I've got this right. You're eligible for the draft lottery, which means you might be standing in a rice paddy in Vietnam in 6 months. How am I doing?
Sounds about right. Say, what if you and I went out sometime?
I'm not sure you're following me here. He might not have a long future. You might not have a long future.
Don't remind me. How about Saturday? A proper date, maybe.
Proper dates went out with poodle skirts and hula hoops. This is 1970, drummer boy.
Well,
I want a tour of this farmhouse of yours.
Well, Johnny and Charlie, it just leaves us. One for the road, gentlemen? What can I get you?
Maybe one more beer?
Sure, coming up. Johnny, your usual?
Hey, Johnny, you want anything? I'm buying.
I've seen this before, Charlie. Give him a minute. Don't touch him. He needs to come out of this on his own.
Hey, it's all right, brother. You're here with us. You hungry? Ernestine wants to make you some food. Need a drink or anything? No. Johnny, wait, please, Johnny!
Unless you want me to do to you what I did to him.
Johnny, can you hear me?
Too much screaming. I can't think. Stop screaming!
Who's screaming, Johnny?
Tell those quitters to stop screaming before I cut his throat!
Johnny, put the knife down. For God's sake, that's Charlie you're about to kill. Put it down. I swear I'm going to use this.
He never told me to do it. There was too much rain. I couldn't see that the kid was barely a teenager. So do your duty, Kenston. Or I'll have you court-martialed. Do it, Kenston. Kill him. He was just a kid.
Put the knife down, Johnny. You're in Chestnut Falls. I'm Ernestine. I've known you your entire life, Johnny. Your daddy used to fix my bike. That's your old friend Charlie that you're threatening. You two were in a band together. Remember, Johnny? Remember?
Ernestine, no one knows what I did over there.
Well, you're okay here. Ernestine's going to take good care of you. Johnny and I are going to get you through this.
Charlie, I'm so sorry. Sit down. Look, you're like a brother to me, man. Please forgive me. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
It's all right, Johnny. We'll get you through this.
I know you will. You two are my best friends. Charlie, look at me. You cannot go over there. Hey, look at me, man. Tell me you ain't going.
Johnny, you don't have to worry about Charlie. Well, he was telling me he passed right through that last draft lottery. He's out. Besides, he's got a wife to worry about, don't you, Charlie?
That's not all, Ernestine. Helen, she's, well, shit, we're,
Pregnant? You gonna be a papa?
I just found out.
Well, get over here. You see, boys? You stick with old Ernestine, and everything's gonna be fine. Drinks are on me.
Oh, come on. Hey, Casey! Check check our moon they're not out, man. It's far out. Come outside, see the moon. It's beautiful. So what are you writing about all the time anyway?
Nothing really. Bad poetry, a diary, just little things, Hairball.
Casey, what are you gonna do with all that writing, man? Are you going to college or what? Or what? Look at the moon, my boy Casey.
It's beautiful.
They never should have went, man. They screwed it all up. Who? Nixon left a flag on the moon. The American government left a freaking flag on the moon. Do you know how mad that makes me? It makes my palms sweat just thinking about it. Flag in a golf cart and who knows what else. They just left up there. The moon is perfect the way it is. The way it was. All that money just to do what, huh? Put a flag on the moon? Now when I look at it, all I'm gonna think of is that stupid flag. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. I hate that! Love the damn moon, man. They had to go and screw it all up. How do you screw up the moon? So anyway, what about college? I thought you'd be one of those guys who went to college.
Well, Little Meadow's my school, Hairball. The way the wind sounds in the trees, the way the woods smell after rain. I saw a ruby-throated hummingbird today. I mean, if we sit by the pond for long enough, we may hear a ruffled grouse strumming his wings in search of his mate.
Drumming his wings. In
What I
search
What
of
I
his
mean is,
mate.
I like the meadow. It doesn't do anything. Nobody wants it for anything. I mean, I want my life to be simple, like the meadow.
Yeah, okay, that's cool. And I think I'm gonna crash outside tonight, Case. I'm gonna fall asleep looking at the moon. I'm gonna pretend there's no flags or golf carts or nothing else up there but big old rocks and craters. You know, we can go to the moon. I mean, we know how to now, right? Casey, we can live on the moon. Set up a commune. We wouldn't have to worry about this nom stuff, man. It would just be us and our friends. And Phil can be in charge of the music. You can bring the Beatles records. Well, what's that one Beatles song I really like?
Off which album?
I don't know. Name some.
Sgt. Pepper's.
No.
Revolver.
Which album's that?
The one with the black and white drawing on the front?
No, not that one.
Abbey Road.
No.
Rubber Soul?
The one that we're all looking down at the camera?
Yeah, that's the one.
That's it. What's that one song?
I don't know. In my life.
No.
Let's see. The Word.
Which one's that?
Never mind. If I Needed Someone. George's song.
No, come on. It's the one about the guy who's all messed up.
All messed up.
All messed up.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Yes! Hey, Case.
Yeah.
Am I a nowhere man?
Honestly,
Nothing but the truth, brother.
you, Hairball, are the least nowhere man of all of us. You're definitely somewhere. You're an inspiration.
Me? No kidding.
No kidding.
Well, maybe one day you'll write about me in that diary of yours.
You never know. have a nice sleep outside, under the moon, somewhere, man.
Nowhere, man. Just listen. Nowhere, man. Just listen, 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 listen.
Do you know what today is?
Saturday,
I mean the date.
October 17th.
And
The Browns play the Lions tomorrow.
you're hopeless. I thought you were romantic.
Aren't I?
It's our 1 month anniversary, Casey. So much for romance.
But I love you, Jennifer, and I won't forget any more anniversaries, okay?
Okay, darling.
I love when you call me that.
What?
Just sounds so sophisticated, like you've been out there.
Out where?
I don't know, the world, like that place in New York City you always talk about.
Greenwich?
Greenwich Village. I've only ever heard of it.
Well, I'll just keep calling you darling then if it makes you happy.
You can call me that forever. Jennifer,
Yes, darling?
there's something I've been meaning to ask you. It's kind of serious, and I know I don't necessarily have to ask it, but it's just something a guy likes to ask is all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Darling, I'm waiting.
If I go to Vietnam, will you wait for me?
No.
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 Well, you don't mean no.
I do mean no. I won't be faithful.
What do you mean you would be faithful? Are you just saying that so I'd be scared to go? So I'd be scared to lose you? Jenny, you can't mean that.
Don't call me Jenny.
You say you wouldn't be faithful. What do you mean no?
I mean no. I won't be faithful.
It's a joke.
No joke. No is no. Look, if you go to Vietnam and if you come back, maybe I'll be around. I mean, you never know, right? Meanwhile, let's go upstairs. We have to date.
No, Jennifer, I need to know. What did you mean by that? What do you mean no? What's this all about then?
I wouldn't wait for you. I wouldn't be faithful. Do you want me to lie, for goodness sake, Casey? No. Obviously, I care about you. I'm here with you, but that's asking something of me that I can't give you. I'll be in New York or San Francisco or somewhere else, but for me to say I'll wait for you, like it's from a script from some old black and white movie, darling, no way.
Hey, I like old black and white movies.
I know you do. You like black and white movies, and you like Frank Sinatra. You like Romeo and Juliet more than Hamlet, God help you, and you're, well, horny, Casey, in a strange way. You like making out to Abbey Road, and you don't smoke pot, and you're so serious, and I don't know what to make of you. You look like you're 12 sometimes. You're so confused, and you don't fit in anywhere very well, darling.
I don't want to go to Vietnam.
I know.
And I think I fit in fine when I want to.
You fit in less than you think you do. Oh, you don't know this. Oh, come here.
Don't!
Don't what?
Just don't.
What's going on?
What's going on? Nothing is going on. I'm going upstairs and you're leaving.
Hey, Jennifer, where's Casey? Casey!
What's the matter? Helen, are you all right?
I'm fine, but Casey, you don't look so well. What's going on with you two? Why was Jennifer crying?
Where's Charlie?
Thought he might be here.
I haven't seen him.
Maybe he's at Whirly's.
Right. He's been helping Johnny since that thing at Whirly's.
What thing at Whirly's?
Nothing. Never mind.
You're a lousy liar. He never tells me anything. Charlie never wants to upset me. He thinks I'm made out of glass.
It's because Charlie always wants to do the right thing. He's noble in that way.
Noble? Maybe. Sometimes too much for his own good. So Charlie's helping Johnny Kenston? When he sang with you in Charlie's band, it was so beautiful. He had a voice like silk, like Sam Cooke's. I can guess why. Remember how Johnny used to be? Poor Johnny, does he ever sing anymore?
I don't know. We haven't brought it up since he got back from Nam.
This damned war, I can't even talk about it. So, what's going on with you and Jennifer? She was a wreck a few minutes ago.
I just wanted her to say that she'd be faithful to me if I went to Vietnam, that's all.
Why would you need to ask that? Aren't you two the lovebirds of Little Meadow?
Not anymore.
I'm sorry, Casey. I liked you two together.
Anyway, I'm looking for a blues band to join. I've got an audition lined up in downtown Cleveland, so.
Gosh, Casey, hardly anybody goes down there. It's deserted. The air smells horrible. There's only one light on in the terminal tower, and the river caught on fire 2 years ago. Why would you play down there?
Just for a while. These guys are talking about going on tour. Toledo, Detroit, maybe even Chicago.
That makes me feel guilty. Charlie should be playing in a band. He won't now that we're married, but he loves his music so much.
He's an amazing guitarist. One of the best in Cleveland, really.
Tell me, Casey, what should I do? Should I make Charlie start playing again? I mean, he's painting houses, trying to make enough money to go back to college. He wants to be a lawyer and right the wrongs in the world. But wouldn't he be happier just playing rock and roll? I mean, we don't need much to live on. I'm teaching kindergarten.
All I know is that no one has ever seen Charlie this happy. Crazy as it sounds, Helen, I don't think he misses the music very much. He'll play again when the time's right.
Listen, Casey, there's something I want to tell you. It's something that's on Charlie's mind a lot these days.
Believe me, Helen, I know. I think about it all the time.
Charlie told you?
Helen, everybody knows. Everyone's eligible for the draft except for Charlie.
Oh, no, Casey, that's not it. I mean, that too, but it's not what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I'm emotional lately.
What's wrong?
Charlie and I are having a baby.
Oh, that's fantastic. A baby at Little Meadow, that's...
Yes.
You don't seem as excited as I thought you'd be.
I just want this war to be over.
Oh, and there's no chance of Charlie getting drafted, though.
I know, but the rest of you boys are eligible, and oh God, everything's so impossibly screwed up. I don't know what happened at Worley's, but after that, Charlie said something that frightened me.
What?
That he didn't want anyone to go in his place. He said that if he signed up, that meant someone else wouldn't have to go.
Now it makes sense. After Johnny pulled the knife on Charlie...
Johnny pulled a what on Charlie? A knife? Oh my God, what is Charlie thinking?
I don't know, Helen. All I know is that he wants to help people.
Help people? What about me? He wouldn't do that, would he? He wouldn't go to Vietnam and leave me and our baby.
Phil, will you get that, man?
Dude! About to play my song?
Play that same tune every day. I don't get these inspirations very often, man.
More scintillating prose about tree frogs, I suppose.
Good enough for Robert Frost, good enough for me.
Just let me know when you write about humans. Jenny, hi!
Phil, don't call her Jenny.
Hi, Phil. Phil, you can call me anything you want. My mom made some brownies for the party tonight.
Oh, cool, thank you. I'm writing a new song. Do you want to know what it's about?
Wendy?
No, that's next. It's about you. I want to call it The Way of Jenny.
Oh, thank you, sir. Oh, I'm immortalized. You haven't written me a poem, much less a song.
I thought you were mad at me.
You were mad at me, darling.
So you like the idea for The Way of Jenny, right?
No, I love it.
It's just a song, Phil. It's just a song.
Maybe we should both apologize.
All right, I'm sorry.
Me too.
Me too.
I came by to drop these off for your little pre-draft lottery party tonight. I'm going to be late though. My grandma's in town and I have to spend a few hours with my family. Oh, speaking of which, Benjamin picked me up the funkiest vest on Haight Ashbury when he was in San Francisco on business last week. It's handmade, darling, this fringy Indian-looking thing. I promise you'll adore it. And I won't be wearing anything underneath it.
Why does it bother me so much that she calls her father by his first name?
Because you are an 18-year-old curmudgeon. Besides, I think it sounds sophisticated. What is she doing with you anyway? I mean, she smells of Chanel No. 5, and you smell of... Come here. What do you smell of? Mulch and gasoline.
Drumming doesn't pay all my bills, Phil, and I like landscaping. It's honest work.
Just shower before the party.
Hey, Charlie.
You know, you youngsters should buy something besides Pabst Blue Ribbon beer.
It's all we can afford, Rockefeller.
Well, there's your 10 spot. Fetch yourself a case of Low and Brown in case anybody gets nervous about getting a low number tomorrow. They can scarf the good stuff.
Everybody will want to scarf the good stuff.
Is Johnny coming?
I asked him to. Saw his dad down at Woolworth's, and he says Johnny mostly just lies around the house and yells at his little sisters.
Ooh, brownie!
Hey,
Good
hairball, those are for the party tonight. Pause off.
Mr. Kenston says Johnny seems as if he has what they called shell shock in World War II in Korea.
I heard they're calling it Vietnam stress now.
Hairball, weren't you supposed to go get more beer?
We have plenty. And this is in case of emergency. Like if we have to pay off the cops or whatever. Cool, Charlie?
Anyways, the beds down at the Veterans Hospital are taken by guys with physical injuries. Mr. Kenston can't get him in there.
Who else is coming to this shindig?
Jennifer coming?
She is now because of my song.
Right, the way of Jenny. Give me a break.
Oh, Helen's coming. Hey, Hairball. You can invite some of your, many lady friends.
And I'll sweep them off their feet! Get up here, Phil!
What the? Hairball, what are you?
Oh, I'm just warming up for Wendy, Goofus.
Okay.
So, look, I asked Johnny to come here for a reason. He's got some advice for you guys.
Not everybody. I'm feeling lucky. High number for old Hairball.
Where's the spirit?
Hey, Charlie, a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
Listen, probably none of my business, but Helen said something the other night that kind of freaked me out.
I know. Can you believe it? I'm going to be a father.
I know, man, that's amazing, but
But what?
something about you not wanting anyone to go to Vietnam in your place. Do you really say that?
Okay, look. I was upset about Johnny, but I don't plan on raising our baby from the Ho Chi Minh Trail. Don't worry about me, Kate.
So, Charlie, that was a weird thing to say. I mean, what are we doing? We're throwing a party while they pick lottery numbers with our birthdays on a ping pong ball. Number 1 through 365 on the other ping pong ball. And if we get a low number, we go kill people. Or we get killed. We're drinking beer and eating brownies while a bunch of old men in Washington put us in a game we never agreed to play. What are we doing?
I heard they're only picking through 95 this year. It's better odds.
There shouldn't need to be any odds.
Look, Casey, I don't know. Johnny, just in time. Come on.
All right, gather around, gents. I got something to say. Now, look here, little brothers. I'm sure by now you all heard that I was high as a kite that day at Whirlings. Still no excuse for what I did to Charlie.
Oh, we're cool, Johnny.
Now, are you guys cool with it? I'm getting better. I'm off the dope. I'm off the booze.
Hey man, if Charlie's cool, we're all cool.
Johnny, I'm really sorry about what happened in Vietnam, man.
It's just something I gotta live with now, I guess. I saw some bad things over there, Casey. I did some bad things too. I don't want it to happen to you. Any of you. To live with what I have to live with. I like all of you guys. Some of us play some pretty damn good music together. Those days are over for me. For now. But in the meantime, I got some things I want to say, some advice. So, consider me your unofficial draft counselor. My point is, you boys got to be creative if you want to live. So listen up, or you be pulling leeches out of your ear faster than you can say Hanoi horse shit.
Agreed. We need some ideas. We're all ears.
Well, you remember Jackson from my class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's the one who wore black lace panties and a bra to his physical. Yeah, they booted him right out. But he got lucky. See, that was 4 years ago. The draft board is wised up about that kind of thing, and now they probably won't believe you.
Any other suggestions? What about?
Well, there's that band from Cleveland Heights, the Sensory Overlords. They play that psychedelic junk, but they have their own draft dodge system. So they take you out for 3 days, right? Load you up with speed, acid, downers. I mean, whatever they can get their hands on. Day 4, go to take your physical and you're back home before the 6 o'clock moves. Just don't let their treatment kill you before the Viet Cong does.
Okay, what about declaring I'm a conscientious objector? I mean, I don't believe in violence.
I mean, they might have bought that in the 1960s, Phil. But now, they're just looking for warm bodies that can pull a trigger. And the same goes for medical deferments. It's impossible to get any unless you or your parents have money and you can choose from the list.
Well, what's on the list?
Well, if you have the dough, feet are popular.
The feet?
Oh yeah. You get your folks to pay a doc enough to say you got club foot, splayed foot, flat foot, heel spurs, shoot, you name it. Then there are the old standards, hernia, syphilis.
Okay, how much is that gonna cost though? I mean, let's say I wanted to order a hernia with a side of heel spurs.
Well, Phil, you better be ready to pony up a few grand.
Few $1,000?
A few $1,000.
How am I supposed to get that?
And that's my point. And like I said, they've smartened up, fellas. You gotta be creative. You have to do something so awful that they don't want to touch you.
There's that guy in Ashtabula who shot his little toe off.
Well, over in Nam, it's the big toe that gets you sent home.
I need a drink. Listen, Johnny, we really appreciate the advice and all, but anyone else up for Whirlies? I don't need to see the bottom of more than a few bottles of 3 and 2 brews.
Johnny, I wish you didn't have this information, man. I wish you were still playing in the band.
Yeah, me too, Scarecrow. All right, that's the best I can do. Charlie, what say we join Hairball at Whirly's? Ernestine's got an orange pop with my name on it.
Of course, Johnny. Proud of you, man. I'll drink the orange pop too. Coming, Phil?
Yeah.
Casey?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna
I'm
hang
in.
out here and get some writing done. You guys go off without me. Thanks, man. Hi.
Hey, Charlie, you coming? Yeah, in a minute. Hey, Helen, we're off to Whirly's. The party was a bust. Come on, let's join the guys.
We need to talk.
We can talk at Whirly's.
We need to talk now, right here.
Helen, what's wrong? Have you been drinking? Come on, let's go sit out on the porch.
We can stand, and yes, I had a glass of wine. The doctor said it's good for the baby. We need to talk about this. You dropped it on the kitchen floor.
What is it?
You tell me.
I was gonna tell you tonight.
You were going to tell me tonight. Tonight? That you signed up for the army? Were you drunk? Have you gone insane?
Helen, please, just hear me out. I can explain. After Johnny pulled that
Why
knife from
didn't
me at
I hear
Whirly's.
about that from you? Why did you hide it from me? Surely he could have killed you.
Johnny had a flashback, but it's fine. Ernestine and I talked him down. The thing is, it made me realize I could take someone like Johnny's place. Because, Helen, I know how to handle the system. Hell, I've already handled it. I told the army they had to meet my conditions.
Your conditions? You gave the army your conditions. Like that your wife is having a baby?
No, not that. I told them, I was very firm about this, that if I signed up, they have to send me to college. And Helen, they agreed. They said I could go to Cleveland State University, the one that opened up downtown a few years ago. It's all set. I told them I want to become a lawyer, and they encouraged me. Hell, they said they need more guys like me. They're helping me, helping us. They're putting me behind the action. Don't you see? I won't be in any real danger. Not really. I'll be doing the paperwork for the guys who are rotating in and out. It's only for a year, Helen. When I get out, they'll pay for my college. And after that, my military record is going to get me into law school. We'll have a pension for life when we're older.
Oh my God. What have you done? Charlie, what have you done?
I want to run for Congress someday, Helen. To change things, to make a difference. I want our baby to live in a better world. We could not have afforded that before, and I can do that now. And one more guy who doesn't know how to use the system won't have to go.
You want a better world for our baby? Our baby needs a father, Charlie. No. No, you let someone else go. Okay, listen, you have to go back to the recruitment center. You have to tell them you made a mistake. Charlie, go back to the recruitment center. Tell them you have a baby coming. What time is it?
6:15, they're closed.
So you'll go tomorrow. You'll do that first thing in the morning. That's what you'll do. You'll go there and you'll tell them you made a mistake and we go back to normal. Charlie.
I can't! That's a binding document. There's no backing out. If a guy doesn't show up for basic training, and they made this so clear, they send him to jail.
Go to Whirly's.
What?
Go to Whirly's. Go be with Johnny. Go be with Ernestine and all your buddies leave.
Helen, please, just trust me on this. I'm thinking of our future. I can do some good for us, for our baby, for the world.
Go now.
Well, hello there, Miss America. How's the better half of my all-time favorite couple? Helen?
Oh. Hi, Ernestine, your favorite. I'm sorry, is Charlie here?
No, he left. He went with Phil, Johnny, and Hairball out to the camp. There's a blues band playing at Hugo's Inn. I was happy to hear that Charlie wanted to sit in on guitar. He said he missed playing. But then he said something that I didn't understand.
What?
He said he wanted to remember how good it felt playing music with his friends. Well, I told him he could do that anytime, that you didn't mind him jamming with his buddies now and then. I hope I didn't overstep.
No, of course not.
Well, good. 'Cause then he looked at me and I swear he had tears in his eyes. But before I could ask him what was wrong, Hairball yelled at him.
Hairball, of course. What did he yell at him?
He said, "Get with the program and play that guitar, you old coot!" And then they left.
Oh my God.
But we are here. So. A toast. Pick up your glass, Helen.
What is this?
Just take a sip. This, young lady, is a bottle of 1954 white Bordeaux. My husband Jack and I bought it in '58 for a special occasion. Ha! It was a tad pricey for us. Heart attack took him a couple years later, and we never did open it.
Well, Ernestine, I had no idea. I'm so sorry.
It's been behind the bar all this time. I figured I'd know the right time to open it, but something tells me you need this a whole lot more than I do right now.
It is good.
This is what we call a Worley's pour.
That's good wine. What's that awful wine the boys at the house drink?
Ripple. Or Boone's Farm. They've managed to stay clear of the Thunderbird and MD 2020. At least I hope they have.
Ripple. That's the one I drank one night in college, and I had a headache for a week. I can't believe the boys still drink that.
Oh, they'll learn. Now tell me, what's going on with you and the future Congress? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, I got a better idea. Future Congresswoman Helen Kerrigan? Oh, you could be the next Shirley Chisholm. Why, Charlie could go to Washington and play in a blues band while you figure out how to end this damn war. Because the men sure as hell can't seem to.
Can I have one more of these? I'm sorry, I'm hogging the whole bottle.
Oh, honey, that's okay. I'm not much of a drinker these days anyway. I don't even like wine. In vino veritas, Jack used to say. In wine, there is truth. So, honey, you drink and talk.
Charlie signed up.
For what?
The Army. Vietnam.
Oh, hell, you're killing me here. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, my God. Charlie Kerrigan, who breezed through the first draft lottery a couple years ago, who is more in love with his wife than any modern man that I know on the planet. Who
Was going to be a father.
Well, I know that. He told Johnny and I that.
This isn't a joke. I'm really pregnant. Charlie knows. And he still signed up to go to Vietnam. No, you can bring it back. My doctor said it's good for the baby.
Sorry, it's empty. Oh my God, Helen, why did he sign up? My God, why now?
He says he doesn't want anyone to go in his place. He's seen what it's done to Johnny and all those guys who haven't come back at all. But it sounds like madness to me.
Okay, Helen, listen now. Back when World War II happened 30 years ago, Jack signed up like millions of men and women, and everyone supported him.
But this is different. This war, this is different.
Yes, honey, I know, I understand, but Charlie did what he believed in. He went in place of another.
But who? Whose place does he think he's taking?
Look, we're never going to know the name of the person whose place Charlie took. We're never going to know who he is or what he did with his life, but for now, Helen, for now, in the meantime, we've got to pray that Charlie, oh my God, honey, that Charlie's going to be...
Oh, hey, Helen. Party was a dud. Everyone's nervous about the lottery tomorrow. We did get some advice from Johnny. If anyone gets drafted, guys went to Worley's a few hours ago. Hairball and Flo should still be down there.
Mm-hmm. Where's Jennifer?
She didn't show. She's probably still upset with me. I'm such a jerk. I put too much pressure on her. I got mad at her because she said she wouldn't wait for me, and I haven't even gone anywhere yet. I got mad at her for something she hasn't even done. Helen?
Hmm? Oh, right. You got mad at her for something she hasn't even done.
You all right?
I had some wine with Ernestine. I'm tired. That's all.
Ernestine, is Charlie home?
I don't know. I've been walking. Casey, did you know about it?
Know about what?
That Charlie signed up, that he's going to Vietnam.
Helen, that was just a misunderstanding. He was upset about what happened to John.
Does this look like he was just upset?
Wait, why would Charlie? I'm calling Charlie. This must be a mistake.
No! Please, I can't deal with Charlie tonight. Let me spend the night. I'll sleep on the couch. Please? Charlie will be asleep by now. Please. I can't face him. I don't want to see him. Come on. Sit on the floor with me and keep me company.
Over there.
No, out in the meadow you love so much. Yes, over here.
All right, sitting right here on the floor. Can I get you some tea? I don't know how to make coffee, but maybe Hairball has some instant. I'm gonna go check.
Please, just stay here. I'm sorry, I don't want any tea or coffee. Sorry, Jennifer said she wouldn't wait for you. Sorry for everything and everybody. Sorry for the world. He's abandoned me.
No.
It's over. Everything is ruined.
Helen, I will talk to Charlie. This is a mistake, okay? I won't call him. I'm just gonna run over to your guys' place and I'll get him and I'll bring him over and
No,
fix this.
Casey, stop. Just put some music on.
What?
Put some music on.
Music. I have record. Are you sure? What do you want to listen to? I have the Beatles or the Doors. Let's see. How about some Motown? Yeah, something upbeat. I have the Four Tops of the Temptations.
Stop. Don't you listen to Frank Sinatra, that sad music
How do
that you
know
like?
about that? Yeah, occasionally, sometimes I listen to Frank. I took this record from my folks' house. I like Frank Sinatra. Jenny thinks I'm corny. Maybe she's right.
So put on your sad Sinatra. I want to hear some sad Sinatra.
What are you doing? You said you wanted music. Whoa! Helen, we can't. This doesn't make sense.
Stop talking. I've heard enough talking for a lifetime. I'm done talking. Nothing makes sense.
night, then stare back at my feet. Where will I go when the stars in the sky run away? Don't run away from me, 'cause I'm aching, I'm shaking, I'm breaking, I'm little girl sad. Oh, 'cause I'm aching, I'm breaking, I'm shaking, I'm little girl sad. There. Finished. Little Girl Sad, words and music by Philip Rose.
Is that the song? I am tired. I am hungover. And I am in no mood for love songs. We were at Whirlers until Ernestine kicked us out at 3 a.m.
Hairball, please, shut your mouth.
Do you want to know what I think, Philip?
Do I have a choice?
I think it's a hit! I love Little Girl Sad. I was just messing with you.
Wait, really?
For real, man. I'll tell you what. I want to add the harmonies. Come on, play it again. You can sing the melody. I want the high harmonies. Casey knows I have a great singing voice. Hairball. Oh, hey, Case. Tell Phil what it is.
Hey, Casey, hey, did you see Jenny last night?
No. Why? I have to call her.
Phil, hit the road. I need to talk to Casey. Alone.
Yeah, okay, I'll go over to Wendy's. Play her the finished song.
Wait, I thought you wrote this song for Rachel.
Yes, but she says it shows I have a sensitive side. It's true love for you.
Casey, I'm not so sure it's a good idea to talk to her right now. Okay, man? Casey! Do not call her! Look, there's something I need to tell you. What?
Hello? Mr. Trembled. Is Jenny home? But she is home. Well, I don't understand, sir. If she's home, then why won't she come to the phone? Sir, you don't understand. I need to talk to her. It's kind of important. Hello? Hello? Mr. Trembled just hung up on me. Said she's unavailable. What does that mean? Why won't she talk to me?
Would you?
Would I what?
Would you talk to you right now? Look, Casey, she saw you with Helen last night. Look, she came over about dawn.
How do you know?
I just gotten home from Worley's.
Was Charlie with you?
Fortunately for you, no. He went home. Look, I tried to stop Jenny, okay? I said, Jenny, don't open Casey's door. But then she said, but I want to surprise him.
Oh, God.
It gets worse. Because she was holding a bunch of wildflowers. Flowers? She told me that she's a modern woman and that it would be romantic to give you flowers.
Why?
Because you write about them all the time.
And then?
And then it was too late. She saw you with Helen, and the blankets all over the floor, and you and Helen were both, you know.
What?
You were not. Okay, not just not well dressed, but you were not dressed. So I followed her out to her car. She was crying a lot. The reason she wasn't here is because her grandma got sick. They had to take her up to the hospital. They were there until 4 in the morning. Her grandma's fine, by the way, so at least that's something. Look, man, this is none of my business.
Hairball, I don't know what we were thinking.
I mean, you're bad enough. But Helen? Why, Casey? And I found out late last night that Charlie's going to Nam? This is really bad!
I don't know what to say! I don't know what to do, buddy.
If I were you...
If you were me, you would start drinking. No, thank you.
No. If I were you, I could take a shower. Then I'd go for a walk. Then I would let Jenny cool off. Then I would let Helen be Charlie's wife. And then I would see if your life is that much worse. And oh man! The draft lottery's starting in a few hours.
I can't stand the waiting. When does the lottery start?
In a few minutes, honey.
What will you do if you get drafted?
We'll be okay. All right, I can feel it. I'm lucky, remember? I met you.
I feel it too. No war is going to break us apart.
Hey, Case. Thanks for taking care of Helen last night. Putting her up on your couch? Yeah, she was upset with me, and rightfully so. I should have told her before I told anyone else, but we're okay now, right, hon?
Yes?
Quiet, everyone! Starting!
Capsule 4-3, December 2, December 2, December 2, Capsule 4-3. Capsule 4-8, June 6, June 6, June 6, Capsule 4-8. Capsule 9, May 17, May 17, May 17, Capsule 9.
No. I'm not going. I'm not going to Vietnam or Cambodia or Laos or anywhere else just to shoot people. Do you hear me? I'm not going.
I'm going after him. He can't be alone tonight. Now listen up, all of you. Everything's gonna be okay. Charlie, you did what you had to do, but I want everyone else here to relax, understood? Hey, I mean it! Look, when you're done here, come down to the bar. Worley burgers and chili on the house. Everyone is going to be fine. Johnny, come with me. Hairball needs you. Oh.
These were our only pair of rabbit ears. There's no picture. Now we don't know if Casey or I got drafted. Wait. Worley's, they have a TV.
They do?
Yeah, Ernestine keeps in the back for important things like, moon landings and
Assassinations?
Yeah!
Sweetheart, let's go.
We should go too to find out about Phil's number.
Casey's number, Helen.
Of course. Casey, are you coming?
You guys just let me know. I can't really handle this televised torture at the moment. I'm just gonna stay here.
Yes?
You see Harry, I'll take care of him, will you?
Of course. You're a good friend to all of us, Case.
This isn't how it's supposed to be. This is not how it's supposed to be. Hi, Jennifer.
Oh, no.
Can I get you something to drink?
No.
I don't know what to say, Jenny.
Really?
I don't know what happened last night.
Really, that's it.
It was a mistake.
And Helen, how does she feel about the fact that you took advantage of her?
Wait a minute.
No, you wait a minute. She was obviously drunk. You waited until she was vulnerable and you went after her. You're a piece of garbage, you know that?
You sound mad.
Oh, I'm not mad, darling. And I'm not your girlfriend anymore.
You don't understand, Jenny. It wasn't like that. You don't understand.
I'm going to go out with someone else now. Someone my parents introduced me to. I said no, now I'll say
I
yes.
wish you wouldn't do this, Jennifer.
I said I'm going to go out with someone else now, Casey. I'm going to go out with a new young man.
A new young man. Who in the world says a new young man? I don't blame you. Who is it?
He's a pro at my father's country club.
What kind of pro?
What kind do you think?
I don't know. Football.
What is the matter with you? Football at a country club? You only have two choices, golf or tennis.
I get it right, will you stay with me?
Of course not. And he's a tennis pro.
That sounds exciting.
Casey, you are so glib. Don't you get tired of being so above it all? You're digging a deeper hole.
Is this all a joke to you? Do you have any idea what you've done? To me, to Helen, to your best friend, Charlie? What kind of person are you? Who are you?
Listen, Jennifer, there's something I need to tell you.
What?
This is a mistake.
No, it's not.
Yes. Yes, it is, Jenny. I love you.
No, you don't. And the woman that you want to say that to really doesn't want to hear it either.
So, when's the last time you talked to Jenny?
Not since, it's been a few months. I've moved on.
Right. Let me know if you want me to write you a song.
You know what stinks? With all this going on, the Beatles are still broken up, man. Yeah, someone should really go talk some sense to those blokes. Where are they when you need them?
I wrote
Blokes?
I wrote to Paul.
Paul who?
Paul McCartney.
Ah.
I heard he's starting a new band. I wrote him to ask him to audition to be his drummer.
Casey, that's excellent. You're going to get it. I can feel it, of course. We can host the jam sessions here at Little Meadow, and Ernest can cater, and what does Paul have to drink? Beer, champagne? Hey, Phil! Casey's taking Ringo's place!
Oh, wait. How did you get through to Paul? Remember Tom Anderson? He graduated with my sister in '66. He's the sound engineer for McCartney. I wrote him up in Mill Valley, California. He gave me the personal address to Linda's dad in New York, Lee Eastman. He's Paul's manager now. And I haven't heard anything back. I'm not necessarily holding my breath.
Huh. Well, this is weird. Want to hear another one? Wrote to both Paul and John, but in the care of Apple Records in London.
Why?
I wanted them to get the band back together.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. yeah, I did. You know, it's weird to think. 2 Beatles now have 2 postcards from Chestnut Falls post office.
Do you need to write them back? Tell them they broke it up. They had a good run, sure, but now it's Casey's turn. I mean, after all, he's completely ruined his life. You're gonna bollocks up his chance to be Paul's drummer.
Hairball, what is the deal with you saying bollocks up? And what did you have before that? Blokes?
What? They're British. It fits the situation.
You never cease to amaze me, Hairball. I appreciate the sentiment, but I think Paul has somebody lined up.
Yeah.
Phil, did you get a response?
No. God, I really hate this. First the Beatles break up and then Hendrix dies.
Ah, yes. I remember you that night. Remember, Casey?
Here we go.
Remember what night?
Oh, you cried yourself to sleep when Hendrix died. Last September, right?
You heard me?
Yep. We all did. We felt bad for you.
I didn't think anyone heard me.
And that is when I realized that you would not make a good soldier in Vietnam.
Okay, what does Hendrix dying have to do with Vietnam?
Because you cried for hours. And then I started thinking about you over there, and how you'd be walking along with your head up your wazoo, singing one of your love songs. Then you'd step on a landmine, or forget the duck from enemy sniper fire. Or you'd forget all your ammunition, or you'd think about some Viet Cong guy and how he had a family and not be able to pull the trigger in time. And you couldn't kill anybody. And that's what you have to do over there. You just want to write songs and sing them to people. It wouldn't last a week.
You know what? Yeah, you're probably right. God, I couldn't imagine going over there. What about you, Pace?
It's a moot point. I'm not going. But Charlie is. I'm gonna hit the hay, guys. I have a gig in the flats tomorrow.
Have a good gig, Case, and let me know if Paul ever writes back to you.
Yeah, man. Don't give up on yourself. You never know.
Thanks, guys. Night.
Night.
Phil, listen. Do you think there's still time to talk Charlie out of going? I mean, we can still drive him up to the Canadian border, drop him off, and Johnny knows a couple in Toronto. I'll take him in, get him some work.
Okay, what about Helen and the baby?
Oh, we can drive them up too, lock, stock, and barrel. And we can visit them in Canada. And there's still time to fix this.
I don't know, man, all right? Charlie wants to be a congressman when he gets back. If he goes to Canada, he'll be a criminal. Hairball, I'm sorry. It's just getting too real. Okay, let's face it. The Beatles are gone, and so is Charlie.
When's he supposed to go?
Next month.
Maybe there's still time.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe. Hey, Hairball.
Yeah?
It was a good idea. About Charlie.
Boys, Casey, Hairball, Phil,
Maybe no one's up yet.
I'll go wake them.
No. Let them sleep. Come on.
What? Hey, Helen, wait. Hey, Charlie. I thought we were gonna miss you.
The taxi doesn't come for a few more minutes.
Was it a taxi?
Charlie insisted.
Yeah, I don't want her to drive me to the airport. I want to say goodbye here, where you guys can look after her and our little one when he arrives.
Hi, guys! So, today's the big day, Charlie!
Yeah, something like that. Hey, Hairball.
Yeah.
What's going on with that draft notice of yours? Any word?
Nope.
How'd you get out of it?
Honestly, I think they just kind of forgot about me. And as for the draft notice, well, it kinda disintegrated. Yeah, I left it on the table, I got covered in tea and mustard and whatever else. And then it was just gone. Like magic. I decided it was a good omen.
Well, just keep your head down, okay?
You keep your big ugly head down over there too, okay, buddy?
You got it, Hairball. Where's Casey?
He'll be out in a minute. Hey, I had an idea. Why don't we start a band when you get back? I mean, you, me, Casey, Johnny. I even have some ideas for songs. One of them is about Wendy. I want to call it Happiness Is You. And then I have another one about Vietnam. I want to call it Closer
Hey,
to
we'll
Fire.
start a band, man. For sure. Meanwhile, you just tell Casey to start writing that novel or whatever the hell it is.
He's been writing for months.
Not even his courting nature writing.
Yeah, I mean, he plays gigs out in Cleveland and he goes on walks every once in a while, but doesn't really say much. Man, he's been a pretty bummer since Jenny.
Oh, his notebook's been cobwebs since that night him and
Hey, Charlie.
I mean,
Casey! What's this I hear about you not writing these days?
I will. I'll have you write your memoirs when you get back.
Of course. Look, it'll all go by quick, okay? Meanwhile, I want you guys to look after Helen.
I'll cook her my famous liver and onions. She's got to stay strong for a little munchkin in there.
Oh God, no, not yet.
Helen, look at me. I need you to keep it together right now. I want to remember you smiling. Just stay happy. For baby Sam.
Baby Sarah.
I want to think I'm gonna have a son. My one and only love. You're the man, Philip. Keep writing those tunes. All right, tough guy. Handshake, right?
No, just come back, damn it! Come back.
I think I'm gonna miss you most of all, Scarecrow. All right. I'm off to see the wizard. I'm off to Oz.
Hello, Casey.
Hi, Ernestine.
How are you this lovely day in June? Good. I picked some raspberries for you and the boys.
Thank you. I didn't take you for the berry picking type.
I do more than sling beers and serve up burgers, you know. There's a lot you don't know about me.
Here, have a seat.
Oh, thank you. What you reading?
Leaves of Grass. I like Walt Whitman a lot. Reading his poetry on the Civil War. It seems to fit our times.
Would you read me one?
Sure. Year that trembled and reeled beneath me. Year that trembled and reeled beneath me, your summer wind was warm enough, yet the air I breathed froze me. A thick gloom fell through the sunshine and darkened me. Must I change my triumphant songs, said I to myself. Must I indeed learn to chant the cold dirges of the baffled and sullen hymns of defeat?
That's beautiful. And sad.
Sometimes reading sad things can make me feel better. Like playing the blues, I suppose.
Well, that sounds right if it's art. But in real life, I prefer to hear happy things.
So your raspberries, does Mr. Worley enjoy picking them with you?
Oh, I picked those on Mr. Worley's and my little plot of land in Geauga County. I just can't bring myself to sell it. Oh, Mr. Worley died in 1963.
I'm sorry. Same year as President Kennedy.
Yeah, not a great year. And his name was Jack, too. We saved for years to buy that land. We were gonna build a little place for our retirement. There's a pond and we both planted our favorite trees. Mine was a weeping willow and his was a magnolia. Anyway, Casey, how are you and Phil and Hairball? Are you boys getting along?
We're trying to cooperate a bit more with Helen and the baby and all. Taking turns cooking. Hairball's taken over, though. He seems to enjoy it.
Well, good for Hairball. Whatever happened to his draft notice?
The government seems to have forgotten about it. They must have lost his induction papers or something. Hairball ignored it, and we haven't heard since.
Well, fingers crossed for Hairball. What else am I missing?
Well, we're all nervous about Charlie since he got called up to the front lines last month. So much for being a behind-the-lines desk clerk. He's in the thick of it now.
You see that tree, Casey?
Which one?
There, that oddly shaped one.
The one with the flowers on it.
Yeah, with the blossoms, yes. That's a magnolia, like the kind that Jack planted. When I smell those blossoms and I see that tree, I think of Jack. Sometimes, Casey, that's all we have when people die is things that grow. This meadow, that tree, the flowers.
They die too, though.
Yeah, but they come back or something does in their place.
People don't come back, Ernestine.
Oh, but they do. When I look at that tree, Jack comes back to me. Oh, how exquisite, Casey. And if that isn't the mind of God, then I don't know what is.
There's a lot I don't know. A lot I don't understand.
The most important thing that you can know is knowing what you don't understand and accepting the mystery of it all. Well, what's that?
It's a letter from Charlie. I'm scared to read it for some reason.
Why don't you read it out loud?
Okay. June 2nd, 1971. Way, Vietnam. Dear Casey, sorry I haven't written to you sooner. I had good intentions of writing you and the guys at Little Meadow, but it hasn't worked out too well. I write Helen about once a week, but I don't tell her the heavy stuff. I'd rather you didn't tell her about this letter because I want to say some things that are better left between us.
Oh, I understand. I won't say anything. Go on.
Figured out how scared I am. I thought this up one day on patrol. I'm as scared as much as I love Helen. It's a bad combination being this scared and this much in love. I've never been very lucky except for Helen. She may be the only luck I'll ever have. Something really bad happened last week. A kid named Arlen stepped on a... Sorry, Ernestine, could you read the rest?
A kid named Arlen stepped on a booby trap, and it blew him into so many pieces that he could only be identified by his dog tag. He was the best friend I had over here. Casey, I think I'm going to get killed. You're probably wondering why I haven't mentioned Sarah in my letters. I don't know her. I've never met her. It's so hard to think about my baby girl that I try not to. Watch out for her, for me, will you? I want to see her more than I've ever wanted anything in my life. We should form that band when I get back to the world. Maybe I could write something with Phil. Sometimes I think of that song of his, Little Girl Sad, and I laugh. Tell him thanks for that. I don't laugh about much. On second thought, don't say that. It would hurt his feelings. Oh, I just had my birthday. Get Hairball to sneak you a shot of Jack Daniels at Worley's and throw one back for me. Then give Helen a kiss. On the cheek, Casey. Your pal, Charlie.
I've been following the news. The action's hot where Charlie is. What can I do, Ernestine? What can anyone do?
Anything we can do. Pray. Or you could write to him.
Yeah. I'm going to do that. I usually like to wait a few days, but I want to get a letter off today.
Good. And I'll pray. And you take care of yourself, Casey.
Thanks for the raspberries.
Sir? Sir? My name is Juan Fernandez, United States Army. I'm looking for Mrs. Charles Kerrigan. I stopped next door, but I didn't see anybody there.
Hello? Wait, I'm here. I saw you drive up. Who are you?
Are you Mrs. Charles Kerrigan?
Yes, what is it? Is Charlie missing? Is my
Ma'am.
husband injured? What's wrong with him?
Ma'am, I need you to listen to me. Okay? We all right? Mrs. Kerrigan, on behalf of the Armed Services of the United States of America and the United States Army, I have the sad duty to inform you that your husband, Charles Michael Kerrigan, was killed while in the service of his country in Hue, Vietnam on the 10th of June, 1971. On behalf of the President of the United States and the United States Army, please accept our deepest condolences for your loss. Is there anything I can do for you, ma'am? Notify any relatives, Private Kerrigan's immediate family. The Army can help you with burial services if you need. Private Kerrigan, of course, is entitled to a full military funeral.
No military funeral.
Well, and I think maybe Charlie would have wanted.
No military funeral.
Here's a telephone number, Mrs. Kerrigan. These people can help you in your times of difficulty. I urge you to call them. On a personal note, Mrs. Kerrigan, I'd like to say that it's my understanding that Private Kerrigan was a good soldier and spoke of you often. His country is proud of him.
Thank you.
Well, and I think maybe Charlie would have wanted it.
Charles Kerrigan, a friend of yours?
Charlie. Yes.
Nice young woman, then, Mrs. Kerrigan.
She's a widow now.
Yes, she is.
How did Charlie get killed?
Well, Private Kerrigan caught a piece of shrapnel in his neck during a mine explosion.
Did he live long? She was
Not long, a little while.
Did he say anything?
He wasn't conscious, son, no.
Sir, I have to ask you. Did you really know Charlie? Stuff about him having been a good soldier and talking about Helen a lot. How would you know that?
Are you going to Vietnam?
No. My number was 235. I'm out.
Good. There's nothing to do over there but get the hell out. 4 years ago, I would have told you to sign up and do your duty, but now...
Helen and Charlie, sir.
Yes.
They have a baby. Sarah, she's just a baby.
Can you imagine having my job?
Remember? It was 1 year ago, almost to the day. Seemed like the most important thing to talk about was if Helen was more like Ally McGraw or Catherine Ross. Oh, I was so very young, so carefree.
Hairball, you're only a year older.
So,
You're not exactly an old man.
true. That Charlie was alive. And Helen was so happy. Hey, remember when she showed us her ring? Her itsy bitsy teensy
Beautiful diamond ring. Yes, we remember Hairball.
I think I know what Hairball is getting at. We didn't think a year later Charlie would be gone, and it seems like a lifetime ago that I met Jennifer. I wonder how she's doing.
She just called me last night. Long distance, too. The operator kept jumping on the line, and Jenny kept dropping dimes and quarters in the payphone. It must cost a fortune. Anyway, she's loving California, and Casey, this is the best part. She got a scholarship. She's starting classes at the University of California in Berkeley.
Jenny in college. Well, that's excellent. What's her study subject thing? Casey, what's the word?
Major.
Thank you. So what's her major?
English. She wants to be a writer. Jenny read this book called Slouching Toward Bethlehem by someone named Joan Didion, who went to the same college. She said the book changed her life.
I have that same book somewhere.
Well, not anymore, you don't. She said you used to have it. She borrowed it and meant to return it, and she'll return it during winter break. That's okay with you?
I was wondering where that went, but I'm glad it's being put to good use. Wendy, thank you. But tell Jennifer I'm happy for her and that I would love to see her in December.
I will.
It's weird to think of Jenny as a writer. I mean, she smelled really nice and dressed so well compared to you, Casey.
I don't think it'll be weird, Hairball. I think Jenny will be a great writer. She has a built-in shockproof shit detector.
That's a good one. Did you come up with that?
Not quite. Hemingway did. He said every great writer needs one.
Well, Jenny sure had one. For you. Oh, hey, here comes Ellen! Wait, where's Sarah?
Helen's parents are watching the baby while Helen gets prepared to pack up.
Oh, I love Helen's mom.
Hairball, of course, don't.
You guys didn't all have to see me off.
Are you kidding me? We were miss saying goodbye to you, Helen. And besides, Ernestine gave me and Johnny the morning off. She said you two already said your goodbyes, and well, she'll just have to do without my excellent cooking for the lunch hour. She's covering the Johnny shift.
I'm so glad you're doing so well, Johnny. Sounds like Ernestine really depends on you.
Oh, yeah, you could say that. I can't believe I'm saying this. Hairball is a better cook than me. But, turns out, I'm pretty good at the business side of things. Ernestine wants me to take over Whirly someday.
Yeah!
She says I'm gonna be her retirement income.
That's wonderful. Are you gonna do it, Johnny?
You know what? I'm planning on it, Wendy. I mean, somebody's gotta make the Whirly's burger, you dig?
I can dig it.
I'm so glad you found something you love to do, Johnny. And you too, Hairball. I mean, Jim.
Jim!
Yeah, Ernestine wants me to go by my real name. Chef Jim Morton.
Chef Jim Morton.
Okay. Cook Jim Morton. Gosh. Yeah, she says the whole hairball thing will gross out the customers.
You'll always be Hairball to me. Thanks for feeding Sarah and me. I don't know what we would have done without you these past few months. Without any of you.
You take care of that baby, Helen. You take care of yourself.
You're the best, Hairball. I'll see you again.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
And you keep Hairball in line, will you, Johnny?
You got it, Ellen.
I'm so glad you two found each other. Phil, Wendy said you'll come visit me in Connecticut?
For sure. We're hoping next year. We want to visit New York City and check out the music scene.
Please do. And I'll be listening to the radio for your first record, Phil.
Yeah, you'll hear it, guaranteed. Let baby Sarah know about Aunt Wendy and Uncle Phil when you get the chance.
I'll tell her about all of you. Often.
I wish you wouldn't leave, Helen. Wish you and Sarah would just stay at Little Meadow. Can all take turns babysitting.
No, Casey. We need to go back east. My parents are going to help out with Sarah. I'm going back to school. It's a new world for me. I try to think of something good that's come out of this. They send off people like Charlie to war, and they wanted him to fight those people. For what, Casey? I've lost my husband. Sarah's lost her father. Mothers lose children. Children lose parents. So you stay hopeful for Charlie, Casey. Try to be happy. When you don't want to be happy anymore, when you're older, when you find out how bad things can be, remember Charlie. He'll never have the chance to try to be happy.
Sarah won't even be 30 in the year 2000.
I'm sorry?
In the year 2000, Sarah will only be 29.
Year 2000 sounds so far away, modern and cold.
What I mean is, there will be no more war. I mean, you would think that war would cease to exist. Sarah can have a good life. You can have a good life, Helen. Charlie would want that, wouldn't he?
He would. Thank you. Promise me one thing, Casey. Promise me you'll make something of this.
Of what?
Of this. Of me. Of Sarah. Of Charlie dying. Of Phil and Wendy and Hairball. Of Ernestine and Johnny. Of Little Meadow. Even the night we were bad. Of all of them.
How?
Just promise me. You'll make something of this.
I promise. What can I do? The only thing I can do. I lived beside a meadow.